again, Reggie and FURIA and Yadina 2K, they really could spiral things into something special here. As you said, this is their best chance to upset against FURIA, who I believe will be playing with Gabs, who used to be a player for the organization, but just looking at overall rating, she has a 0.87 versus the 1.39 of Olga, which is a massive, massive difference. But yeah, there you have it. It will be Gabs on the server for this FURIA lineup.
Yeah, this is exciting.
I'm very excited as well. And MIBR, they're going for a slower game. They've sent Reggiana out on a solo mission, getting some control towards Banana as they slowly edge their way up second middle.
Yeah, they're playing a slow game here, and if you look at the setup on the CT side, I mean, it's not the worst setup here against it, but they really have to read this push, this like sneaking in here very fast. Otherwise, they can just like rush over the pit player, and it's the apps player. So Isa is already ready here with her duelies. If she manages to get 2 entries here, would be perfect. She's in position for it, but she kind of missed, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, she can't even find the first, and that's a double entry for MIBR here, making a triple as bokor falls down in the back of the bomb site. 5 versus 2 ensues, and FURIA, they've made a little bit of a mess out of this pistol round. They had good positioning, but the Julies, they say that 2 guns is better than 1, but the Julies are up against 3 in the apartments. They're completely overwhelmed, and khizha has the perfect position here as well. They will go down to Car, but it's still a 2 versus 4. GaBi chimes in for another. Looks like FURIA are still going for this retake attempt despite the disadvantages. GaBi taps away, but FURIA finds a headshot, and that should be enough for Car to just fall away and save the armor. Oh my goodness, they've gone for a sip of Red Bull mid-play. They get a headshot off the back of it, and they will not be winning the round, but I respect the pizzazz in which he finds that kill.
Why not? Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. I mean, Isa had a perfect position here, especially with the duelies. I mean, if you're given the duelies, you have to make at least 2 kills. That's what they're there for. But yeah, it's kind of like just unfortunate. I mean, you can obviously miss as well. Happens to everyone. And now they're going into a 4-spy here. FURIA goes for the 4-spy. They actually have 2 scouts now, which is going to be very interesting. I hope to see some apps peek with the scout if they flash her second mid, so we will see if they will play something aggressive or just will let MIBR come.
The Molotov will deny second apartment's presence for now. Yeah, the scouts, they play a fairly passive line here. Both of them, oh no, only one of them, sorry, over towards the A bomb site. It's GaBi to hold down towards top Banana. Got a bit of a gap towards the half wall as Molotovs rain on over. MIBR look to take Banana control. They do so fairly smoothly. No real contention here. As GaBi keeps her crosshair trained, Util rains on over, and she will be forced off the angle, but she goes back in for the repeat. There's a tiny speck of damage, but it's nothing too significant. khizha, though, she sits fairly low here.
Well, that was close. She barely got away. And so now they instantly rotated towards mid, and we already have the rotation towards B, so it's kind of a great call here. FURIA kind of assumes that they're just gonna execute B, but they're actually executing A, and it's a 5v2 here. So really hard for FURIA to hold it, and they actually need to get 1 or 2 kills if they want to have a chance in the retake, and we already have the rotation from B coming right now.
Yeah, Gabs gets one on the P250, but it's too much for her to hold off on her own. She will be still in a good position towards Boiler, but I think she was so badly flashed there she covered her eyes in real life as FURIA charges down the short side. 4 versus 3. Then MIBR are fantastic in these opening 2 rounds, forcing FURIA off the angle. A little bit of damage done, a kill to their name, but all in all, MIBR, yeah, they keep it clean, they keep it snappy. The scouts missing a crucial shot towards long net ensures that the site is swiftly overwhelmed. Bomb gonna tick on down. And yeah, there's nothing that FURIA can do in this one. Gabs can't even save over her armor.
I mean, at least they managed to save like the 2 pistols and the scout, so they're gonna have to go for an eco next round. and start building up their economy. But maybe they can do something with what they have right now, some setup, or at least cause some damage. Because if you see MIBR, they're already gathering money, and their bank is looking good right now. And if they don't have any casualties, then it's going to be pretty hard to break their economy. And that's really important for FURIA here as well.
Yeah, certainly so. It's always good to win out the early economic game. It gives you your own boost of personal confidence and does make these rounds significantly easier. As you can see, just 2 upgraded pistols and a scout for FURIA up against effectively a full buy for MIBR. I mean, they got a couple of Galils in there, but the util, the Kevlar, it speaks for itself. Let's call it a bonus buy coming into round 3 here, as the bomb slowly makes its way up towards Banana, but doesn't start to contest yet, as MIBR does play map control here. They do a pretty damn good job of it, as FURIA haven't really been too confident in contesting for Banana or Bracket's early doors.
Yeah, they're playing very passive. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? They don't have the money to like invest into a lot of utility to take space. So yeah, I think they're gonna try this next round for sure. They have to, because MIBR, they're like playing fast pace now, and they kind of have to start punishing them. Otherwise, they're just gonna get rushed over. But we already have here an entry by GaBi.
Yeah, solid start from the scouts as khizha. How does she not go down to the pistol there? It's a nice shot by bokor. Into a 3v3 with Thrust as khizha catches another head to the tally, but still Gab sits on the back of the bomb site. Unfortunately for her, she just has a USP. This does make things rather difficult, but oh no! She dropped the bomb carrier. Her teammate here in GaBi is ready to receive, but khizha, lovely headshot means it's just a USP in a 1v2. Oh my goodness, Gabs! She's made this one a reality back to Galil. It's still possible here. FURIA, this position, waltzes onto the bomb site, does grab the bomb. Gabs, a position as yet unknown. Will be walking around towards CT. Is FURIA going to anticipate this? Yes, she will. Oh my goodness. So unfortunate. Gabs definitely deserved that round with all the damage she did with an unupgraded pistol.
Yeah, she did. She did deserve that indeed. It was a nice try, but honestly, even though they lost the round, they caused a lot of damage. They lost 4 guns here, and yeah, now they have to rebuy. And this is something I mentioned before. It's also important to just like cause some economical damage. So MIBR cannot, like, you know, have too much money in their bank. And yeah, now it's looking a bit better. And they also are putting more pressure on Banana now with the utility, which is pretty great. Smoking off, top Banana is smoked off, and we have an entry here by khizha.
Yeah, great stuff there from Kart. Getting khizha in towards Mexico there. Just hangs around the middle a little bit too long. And now a lot more competitive in their nature towards brackets. Oh my goodness! Speaks it again. That's a snazzy one. As FURIA now lead 5 versus 3 in round number 4.
That was cheeky, the second peek. The first one was well-timed. The second one was a bit dangerous, very cheeky, but it worked. So khizha is showing a lot of confidence, which is very important, especially if you're like behind 0-3 and you're on the CT side. You have to show some aggression, take some space, and like, yeah, just like kind of push the T's back. And now it's a 5v3. MIBR still, they have a bunch of util they could end with a B execute. It also looks like they're going for a B execute. And there are only 2 players on B right now, which is very good. If they do the execute very, very soon, they have a chance actually to get the bomb down. But they cannot take too much time. Otherwise, I think GaBi will rotate. But never mind, khizha just gets it out of the frame, just like that.
I mean, the biggest problem is that Kart is omnipresent in this round. She is there, ready to receive. She's not just good on the A-site entries. She'll let you walk into her crosshair on top Banana as well. And with that all said and done, well, MIBR.
Yeah,
they'll
they
have to let their
save
first round slip and save over. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Nothing more they can do and only 10 seconds left.
I really love khizha intuition here. Like, she kind of like has a good feeling when she can allow herself to just like peek, to go for some aggressive peek, even a dry peek. And yeah, she's showing here some great game sense, especially as an opera. It's important that you move around and just like don't hold one angle for a whole minute or something. She's like being present everywhere, putting pressure on MIBR. And if she keeps doing that, then I think it's going to be a very close game.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I'm looking forward to a close opening game of the season for South America here. There has been multiple times where games of FURIA haven't been so close. I think the first time I ever casted them, it was a 16-4 result for the FURIA lot.
Yeah, they've been quite dominant, haven't they?
I'm pretty sure they've never lost an entire series in Impact, and we're in the 3rd season now, which really does tell of how solid a roster they've been.
Absolutely. And if you think about it, they were 2nd place, I think, in the 1st season. No, second place first season, I think 3rd place in Katowice now. So they're always like make it to like almost the top, and they had like a really strong game so far, a strong run, and yeah, now we have to see how they will do without Olga, if they can keep up this kind of like dominance, especially in the South American scene. Yeah. Otherwise, maybe we'll see some other team shine here once in a while.
I mean, call me crazy, but I reckon FURIA do better in Poland if Na'Vi didn't have the home team advantage. You know, they had the crowd cheering for them. They were in their home space. They were comfortable, and their drive was really there. In fact, they almost took it to Enigma Galaxy come the finals. It was a very exciting tournament for them. But yeah, again, without Olga as truly their star rifler, it is going to be a long road to recovery. They might still win out here in Impact Season 3 South America, but it's only going to make their challenge up against Enigma Galaxy inevitably in Europe all that bit harder.
Absolutely. But I do think it's not like really a bad thing, because just like I said, like it can give other teams also a chance to shine. And it's like hard, you know, if you always like get smashed by such a dominant team like FURIA. And now without Olga, I think it's a bit more equal, you know, between the teams. So this can like fire up other teams as well, give them some more motivation to like really like grind for the playoffs. And maybe we'll see some other South American team here in the future making it to the playoffs. And I do think there's a lot of potential there. I'm curious how FURIA will perform in the long run without Olga, but I do think they're not doomed, especially they also have like 2 new players, kind of like 3 new players now. So we don't know yet what they bring on the table, right? They can like, you know, really surprise us. So we just have to watch and see how it plays out. And I'm really curious. I'm really excited that we're like the ones to the ones to cast it like here for the first time, FURIA without Olga. And yeah,
no, it's super, super cool. But if I'm not mistaken, are you a player yourself?
Yes, I also play CS.
So how has sort of Impact improved your drive in terms of playing CSGO as a player yourself?
Me personally, not really, because I've been playing before as well, but I was more like a casual player. But I started playing in a team like, I don't know, last year, but I'm playing like in a German team. It's called ESL Meisterschaft. So
it's the
national
league, effectively.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm playing like in a mixed team. So yeah, I'm kind of like focused on that right now. But I did see that ESL Impact had a lot of impact on other girls. I knew that they're like started like actually coming back to CS again. I know like a lot of like girls that stopped playing CS, they switched to Valorant, and then when ESL Impact started and it got hyped up, then a lot of them came back and were like, okay, I'm playing CS again. This motivates me, you know. So yeah, I think it did have a great impact on a lot of like women. And it's also great to see that so many orgs are picking up female teams and women teams. And yeah, I think it's a great development. And I'm really curious, like excited to see how it will lead, because I think maybe it will bring even more new players into the scene, right? Not just the ones that were here already.
Yeah, speaking of players coming back, G2 are probably the best example at the moment. You got Giuliano and Zaz coming back on over. But no, you're right. It's brought lots of new talent into the scene as well. It's exciting to see players in all regions finally been able to come back to the game. But I feel like South America has always had the strongest female scene. It's one of the ones that's refused to let it die, because you've always had the Gamers Club competitions knocking them out in the backlines. I mean, FURIA, they've had some of these players signed for over 2 years now. They've always been fairly dedicated to the female scene. It's just nice to see that they're being rewarded for weathering that storm. And again, being the best team in South America, indisputed up until this very moment. It's got to be nice finally been able to crown themselves on such a greater stage. But I have heard an M4 get cocked back there, which fills me with hope that maybe we're going back into the game.
Oh, I hope so. So far, I can't see a game yet, but yeah, maybe we're just like a bit delayed. And yeah, overall, just like to come back to your point with the South American scene, like I also noticed that they have like actually a lot of players. This is something that I think lacks in. I mean, you have actually more players probably in Europe, but you have like I think we don't have a single national team. Most teams are like mixed, so I would actually like to see some national teams in Europe, like more like I don't know, some German lineup, French lineup, and stuff like that. That would be super cool.
Yeah, I'd like to see like an international esports project that worked as well. I mean, we had the IESF World Championships, and that was interesting from what I've heard. But we will get back to that in a moment as it's Car to entry again in middle. In almost the same dominant fashion that she did in the round before the break. She's going crazy right now on that AWP, and honestly, she is a joy to watch. She's not had the highest rating on the squad in the past 3 months, but she's making it look like she's the star player for FURIA right now, as China again takes a tumble.
She definitely gives me some star player vibes right now, the way she's speaking and playing. And her confidence. So yeah, maybe she's gonna take over and gonna be the next best player in FURIA. And so far, I really like what I've seen from her. And we have here now MIBR. They're actually taking some space up mid, and the city's pushed a bit behind. But it's a 4v5 right now, and they're kind of like out of... They don't really have any utility left, except 2 flashes and a nade. It's going to be tough, honestly, to get on that side.
I mean, they've got a Deagle as well. They were already at the disadvantage, and as FURIA set themselves up in very solid defensive positions, the pit and balcony setup going on in, and then they've got the AWP coming in from long. It's Car to find another frag. FURIA falls flat, and Car has been overwhelmed. Reggiane, it's a lovely kill. But bokor is still here, a position yet to be revealed. In fact, she's even got backup in the main pit. Gabs and bokor, they strike in tandem. Yadina completely isolated on a swivel on the bomb site, will go down. And that is a glorious second round for FURIA.
Absolutely flawless on top of that. Kaz making, I'm calling her sensei now, kaahSENSEI. She's having so much impact with her entries. It's giving them such a, it's giving them the upper hand from pretty much the beginning, because it's just like you see, as soon as she gets that entry, MIBR, they change their pace, and they're like, okay, let's just finish here and there. So they have to start punishing her and not just allowing her to peek mid like that without getting double naded or splashed or something, because so far she had an easy game. And yeah, that last round, I mean, it was flawless by FURIA, but you have also to consider that MIBR, they didn't have much to work with right now. They have a Nico, so you're gonna have to wait and see for next round when they have their first full buy again, yeah, since the last round.
I was going to say, you're welcome to call her sensei, though, because she has been absolutely schooling MIBR so far. Very little coming on through on their side up against the guns, even when they have them. In this one, as you said, just a couple of Glocks. They waltz their way up into brackets and banana. Open for a couple of frags. Maybe they can save over a rifle. I mean, we see what Gabs can do with just the USP. Maybe it's the 4 Glocks that will finally succeed against the rifles, albeit very unlikely, as GaBi plays anti-flash. And, well, bokor takes down another Inferno. Gabs finds another. This should be a very quick round.
Absolutely, and I don't expect any casualties here. Yeah, it's absolutely flawless. They didn't lose a single rifle. And now their money is actually looking pretty great. If you think about it, they were down 0-3, had no money, and now look at their bank. It's full. They have now they have everything, all the rifles, op, utility, and they can even buy 2 more times, at least most of them. And on the other hand, MIBR, they're kind of struggling. They're already out of money yet. Now they can do a full buy, and they have no money for the next round. So it's gonna be tough. They really need to do some damage here and start to push back. Well,
they start to push up banana with a bit of speed there. Yeah, they need to push Car back. You're absolutely right, but Ether and GaBi, good lord. They sent China back to China with the strength of that grenade, it seems. He's at round the corner. It is a nice trade, though. Into the 4v4 we go. GaBi grabs a couple of grenades, but she is still pressured upon. No rotation yet from the rest of the FURIA side. This FURIA causing a bit of nuisance in towards middle and bracket. She's not going to catch Gabs, though, as she rotates back safely towards the bomb site. Kara's here in the nick of time, and she is the exact person I'd want for this job of defending B, but unfortunately the util's strong from MIBR. Her vision will be shrouded, and khizha Oh, she's got a fantastic position here, but GaBi strikes first into 4v3.
I love that move by GaBi. She just went into the smoke. They didn't expect this at all, and then she just like took some angle on the edge of the smoke and got her kill, and then she fell back, which is perfectly played. And this gives FURIA here definitely the upper hand. I mean, it's a 4v3, and they didn't plant the bomb even yet, and they're out of utilities, so they can smoke them off. It's a tough round now for MIBR.
Yeah, certainly so, with it being a 1 versus 4. It all collapses so quickly, and khizha, I mean, she's got a kill to her name already, but having to waste this round to win it, walking into a crossfire, I just don't think it's going to happen. Car on an elevated angle, ripped to shreds by the rifle initially, but Gabs will seal the deal, and that will be a 4th on the board to FURIA. Just their principles, their raw aim and their team play looks so much better than MIBR's right now. Again, it is the CT side versus the T, but this is also MIBR's map pick, we must remind you, and that was a rifle round in the previous, albeit having 1 Galil in order to afford full util. But maybe they will find better luck with another fast play on just these pistols. Let's hope so for their sake before FURIA start to spiral things.
And let's just hope they're not going for banana, because they're taking banana now. There's 3 already here, and they actually went to banana, and look at all the damage they caused. This is the perfect counterplay by FURIA. They knew they had like low money, so they're just like, okay, let's take banana. They triple nade, they molly, and they just destroy them. They don't even give them a chance to fight them.
Yeah, we're watching, what, like 2018 Astralis here, it seems, on the defense. The util is pristine, and MIBR are wiped flawlessly out of the round. So much utility damage, it is crazy. Fair play to them. They do get 2 nade frags to their own tally on the MIBR side. Yeah, FURIA now leading 5-3. Look to only continue to add this lead, as we are going to see a snappy AWP fragging towards middle at the start of the round this time. There's only so many times that kaahSENSEI could get away with a move like that. Yadina's more than ready for it, but FURIA ensures she catches Gabs, who is very much not ready for that stint of aggression. Nice opener for MIBR, and that's something that they've really been struggling with, just finding these opening picks.
Absolutely, especially so early in the round. That gives them a lot of like time also to get some space, to regroup and try to get another entry and just like finish with an execute. Now they're having the upper hand so far, but don't forget that you're Ka here. She has a really good angle, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna get at least 1 kill, unless FURIA will just like wide swing her. But actually, she chose to jump down pit, and I think FURIA heard that. So they have the info that the op is pit, especially now since she mollied. And if they flash and molly her out, they have a great chance to take over A.
Oh my goodness, the speed of that shot, and the follow-up is insane! She's just so good right now on the AWP. Does spot another volley off the balcony though. Is somehow still alive. No way does she get one more. No. khizha ensures that will not be a possibility. 2 versus 3 now as GaBi rotates on in, but her back is turned. China swings, but oh no! She's bumped her line. bokor, she doubles up, and my god, FURIA! In the 2 versus 3, they keep it flawless, and that is a stunner of a round from those 3 individuals.
That was insane. Ka with a double kill, and the flick on the second one was insane, and then also bokor just like staying calm, finishing the last 2 was insane. FURIA is like really showing some great CS right now, and they have full confidence. It is insane. It looks like MIBR that they don't know what to do, right? They can't go through anywhere, and they're always out of money, which is like really hard for them. I mean, also if you look at the ADR, they're averaging around between 20 and like 30 ADR, which is not that great. So they kind of have to start stepping up, everyone in this team. It's not really one particular player. Like they all have to like step up and cause some damage. FURIA is just like collecting money. They have insane money right now. They can just like rebuy, and yeah, it's also one of the reasons why they're probably playing so aggressive. So MIBR, they have to come with some plan now. They cannot keep playing the same way. They have to do some strat right now, or some, I don't know, some insane idea strategy. Right now they just have pistols, but I'm excited what they're gonna do in the next round when they have full buy.
I don't know, maybe pull something out, like a classic long rush with the pistols here, because their speed has been able to overwhelm FURIA. It is the individual plays that have been very, very solid. I mean, bokor, Ka finding 2Ks in that previous in order to find themselves even at a disadvantage the overall round, but instead they ebb their way back towards top banana. It's not gone the best for them before, but there is less players here to receive. ESL gives over some utility as FURIA wait patiently on this bomb site. And if they do all go as a unit here, they will have the numbers advantage at the very least. The AWP, unfortunately, over towards the other side of the map, so she won't be on the receiving end of this pistol armada. But the smoke looks to isolate some of these players. It was a little bit skewed there. Regardless, still plenty of util for MIBR as they look to set up for the faster play, but still 3 players now towards this B bomb site, and bokor might well be on the way.
Maybe they get the bomb plant down, but it looks tough. ESL has a very good position here, playing around the smoke, and we have another player in quad, and yeah, she's just gonna spray through the smoke, and it's over. There's no chance to get the bomb plant. It was a nice try, though. I mean, not a lot more they could do, but I kind of like miss a bit creativity here from MIBR. They're kind of doing like the same things. When they have no money, they just like try to finish B. It's a bit like obvious, and FURIA is punishing it well. I would like to see some like maybe mid split or Eps drop or something. So yeah, so far they have just like played a kind of like a default style on their T side, and now they have like money. Udina even picked up an AWP, so maybe she actually managed to get an entry, and then they could come up with some good game plan here. They really, really need that.
Yeah, certainly so. As you said, they've just looked a bit disjointed. They've been recycling the same strategies. They've not been terrible at getting map control, but GaBi, so clean on that nade, ensures that China, for the second time in recent memory, has gone down to the nades on a gun round 2 banana. Now with Udina also down to 56, it's not the worst point in the world. She is on an AWP after all, but we just need to see entries from MIBR. The round they got an entry, they were put into a 3v2, but by God, she does it again, ensures that it's a 5 versus 3. MIBR are being made a mockery of by FURIA here as they look to continue a reign of terror. FURIA will reply, but Gabs is there to deal further damage. She has it barely alive here. But hold on, FURIA bought them a lifeline, but not for long as bokor doubles up again from the back of sight. And ESL is there to receive the finale. MIBR are just stuck. They're stuck on 3 as FURIA find a gorgeous 8, and they've just won out the half.
It is insane, especially kaahSENSEI. She amazes me almost every other round. She just like does this peaks, and it works out every time. And she's super fast as well. She doesn't really even give them a chance. Look at that. She just like saw like she's pretty much a shoulder. She flicks and she runs away, which is a perfect play here. And yeah, MIBR, they're really struggling to find an entry to any side. They're just like getting very like hard punished and peaked. So I do hope that they're gonna come up with some other strategy here, some game plan. I mean, they can go for a half buy. Maybe they even do a full buy. I'm not sure what their plan is, but I really do hope that they mix up things a bit. They have to change something, maybe just like challenge the AWP with a few flashes and utility, because so far they've given Ka a lot of like entries without like, you know, really being ready for her, and she's really just abusing that. And so yeah, they went for a half buy with a hero AK. That's interesting.
Okay.
The AK on FURIA.
I mean, FURIA has been pretty... Oh, and no longer is FURIA pretty good on the AK. Can't cut her down early. Tor's got to find another. She's invincible. She is going back for even more despite being fully blinded. And I was going to go back to your point about the flashbangs. We've not really seen anyone blinded on the FURIA side at all in these latter stages of the round. As Ka, she could be up for the ace here. They're all pressuring her. They're all down towards the long side. It's a great flashbang as GaBi chokes on in. And GaBi steals away the final 2. It's 9-3 for FURIA. And MIBR have not shown us anything impressive for quite some time now.
Yeah, it seems like they're kind of, they don't really know what they can do against FURIA right now. They just like can't pass anyway, right? B is not working, A is not working. They're kind of getting punished on Eps as well. So I kind of like can see that they're like struggling with, okay, what can we do differently? Like maybe they will try to go for some A execute, for some A execute. They've tried this only once, but with like really low utility, and the round kind of like looked good. So maybe they should just like go for this again. But they're trying to take banana control first, and we have Chinya here already moving up top banana. they managed to push FURIA back, which is already good. So they have kind of control here. But FURIA, they have a lot of utility.
God.
They can easily take Banana back. And yeah, with another entry. I mean, what do you expect?
I mean, she's just farming. And she's not even the top fragger, which is the scariest thing. GaBi is a 5 KD.
Yeah, GaBi is
just chilling.
insane.
She's been like the workhorse of this team, getting everything done, cleaning up behind Car. FURIA have had a rock-solid defense, and bokor's been an amazing A anchor. Everyone in FURIA showing up in tandem, which is a very, very promising sign without the presence of their star player in Olga. They don't need her, clearly, at least in this instance. And MIBR as a team gunning to push past that third, fourth place curse is really not showing us much to impress early doors. Again, it's a new lineup, a new core, in fact. But that is meant to be an improvement on the previous, as Yadina gets very unlucky with the timing, and Car finds another. Bokor chimes on in. Again, there's nothing that MIBR can do here. Orpa has a 2 ADR right now, finally adds another to Battalion Gabs. But it's just not going well at all for MIBR, and this round is no exception. It's going to have to be the same call if they want an AWP in the next. And FURIA have more than enough money to hum. They can invest all 4 players into this, and they won't need to, as GaBi adds her 16th kill to Batali.
Yeah, that last one hurts. Would have been good for them to save at least the AWP. Try to play around the AWP maybe a bit. Set up Yudina for success, but didn't work out here. And now, yeah, they're kind of struggling with their money, right? It's like every second round they're getting a loser bonus here and then, but it's not enough. They need to win a round. They need at least actually 2 rounds, but this is gonna be hard. So let's hope that they get a 4th. So we're gonna see a close match. I don't really believe in this one. It's the simple Tech 9 round, and it looks like they're going maybe for X drop.
I mean, I'd like to see a waterfall. It would be nice.
I would like to
change
see it
from
as
the
well.
big rush.
Yeah, exactly. And I like that and I really like that they didn't go B this time, because they have done this like in the last rounds, and it looks like they're actually setting up for a waterfall. They already have 3 players snapped with the bomb.
Oh, but they show no presence towards B. So
look at the
FURIA have read it
rotation.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Not again. Oh, and they'll
This
let you
is
come on
frustrating.
in. It's going to be a meat grinder. Gab's fault one.
Yeah.
It's free. It's absolutely free for FURIA. MIBR do nothing to try and fake this.
Yudina.
Oh, it was short-lived. khizha was alive for a moment, but bokor somehow survives that with 4 HP. It's just... We needed to see a little bit of feigning presence towards Banana for MIBR. Then FURIA probably would have fallen for it. But there's just nothing really to write home about.
Especially what I don't like. It's interesting because there were like 3 apps and 1 second mid, 1 mid, so they could have just like set up like one in like mid to do the utility or second mid, and another one to show some presence. But maybe they just like tried to go for it with all the power, all the woman power they have. And now it's the last round. They have a full buy here. Maybe they get the 4th round and we see the Sonics lower.
I mean, it would be nice. I would love to see MIBR get a 4th round here. They've done good damage onto Car and GaBi. ESL as well ticked on down. The replying util from FURIA not doing as much damage as it has done in the past. But regardless of all these factors, Car has already rotated back towards long. She's a menace in every sense.
Yeah, she is just everywhere, isn't she?
Omnipresent is the only way to describe her.
Oh, bokor has a dangerous position here. Okay. That was close.
It's down to a 3v3 again. They're pushing towards the bomb site. This is probably the round that MIBR could take, but they halt. They've stopped despite there only being 1 defender here. Car blinded off the angle. It is a good flash. Bercy still has pit. This could still be the round, but they need to pick up the pace a bit here.
You can see that they're so intimidated right now, just by how they got punished all the time by FURIA. That's like, you know, they stopped there, not like they're insecure. They should have been way faster here, and now look where the FURIA players are. They're repping all around them, and it's gonna be so hard to keep this round, especially on khizha with 21 HP and Yudina with 46.
Yeah, GaBi edges her way out of balcony. FURIA shows herself, but she does find the frag. Time is ticking now, but Car, she's on the bomb site. She picks up an M4, almost 2 kills to Batali. ESL now has to do it in the 1 versus 1, but it will be a 4th round as Yadina locks it down. At long last, MIBR break the curse as they go onto their CT side, but find out if they can continue putting rounds up on the board after this short break. Well, hello there, ladies and gents, and welcome back again to the second half. It was a dominant showing from FURIA after MIBR's breakout first 3 rounds. And up until the grand finale of that first half, the 15th round of play, MIBR was just simply unable to reply. But they do find that 11-4 come the end of it. And Donna, you said Sonic's Law. Do you truly believe that that's a possibility?
Well, it heavily depends on the pistol. And we're having some aggression here by MIBR. I love that they're turning it around.
Yeah, well,
3-2, but
they were.
A bit too much aggression in the end. I think they should have fallen back after the first entries. And now they can even pick up the bomb. They know players have commit and they're just going to rush towards A. It's going to be on FURIA here. And yeah, she unfortunately lost. Oh, this is unfortunate. So there was a chance here, okay? They rush down mid. They get 2 entries. It's a 5v3 in the beginning. And then I think they over-aggressed a bit, honestly, and just gave this round away to FURIA.
Yeah, do you know what's even worse? They drop the bomb and then they continue aggressing. Like, these 2 empty frags from China and khizha were fantastic. Reggie and finding another one, great. But then they overextend, as you say, they lose 3 players in a matter of moments. And also, FURIA had a smoke that they used to isolate the 2 duels because they knew one was banana and one was second middle.
Absolutely.
The second mid player keeps peeking, they keep fighting instead of just falling back, waiting perhaps on the A bomb site, allowing for a rotation so they can group up in either CT or one of the bomb sites. And it all just falls apart very quickly. And now MIBR are left doing, I think is that called the phase stack towards A long here?
Do you? I'm not sure. I know there's like maybe they call it phase stack. I know the stack, but not the name precisely. It's an interesting setup though, but it's not gonna do much. I mean, they have only USPs. They're gonna try to take maybe one gun away, but actually it looks like they're going back to A. They're still searching. You have 3 players going towards A and 2 towards B. Looks like they're going too short. They're smoking off long, which is actually the worst case scenario for MIBR. They're just going to get smoked off and they're going to take short for free. But they're still hesitating. So I think they're giving it a bit of thought where they could have might be set up. Now they have the info that they're not B. So they know, okay, it's maybe an A stack, and they're actually starting to rotate towards B. They're playing it really safe, even though they know that they probably have pistols, but they're not 100% sure, so they're playing it very safe. And yeah, flawless round here.
Yeah, I love that. Not getting greedy. No need to get greedy here for FURIA, because every time they do, there's a chance that they lose a weapon and give it over to just the pistols here. And, well, they might not be greedy, but they do get a couple of cheeky eco-frags on in, and I love the way they still have a player holding the apartments. It's going to be flawless. Very, very well done from FURIA. They make sure that they get those frags very, very safely. And that's 13-4, a 9-round lead for the FURIA side. Again, displaying why they are the dominant force in this region.
Honestly, they're looking amazing. Like, you would not even notice that Olga is not here. I love the way they played. They're showing some great team play here, and also individuals stepping up, GaBi, Kai. But also the others have done a great job, right? Even Isa, for example, I mean, she has only 9 frags, but I remember there was a round when she was like on B, played around the smoke, got an entry, went back. So they all actually doing kind of a great job. It's really flawless, and they seem to have a lot of synergy, and I really do like this lineup right now.
Yeah, they look great. And Gabs has been a perfect stand-in. She sits 14-8 right now.
Absolutely.
I mean, she might not be Olga, but that's more than enough, as that nade does more than enough damage for FURIA to be happy with it. khizha edges her way up to the half wall, goes for the cheeky swing, but can't even find the first. It's bokor to double up. China, though, that is a massive trade. China find the 3K in retaliation, and that is exactly what we need to see more of from MIBR. Another nade rattles around the corner, but China, she's on for the ace now. Swing round again, but Kaah shuts her down. 1 versus 2 for Kaah here, typically with a big green. She's looking behind her, can't even find the first. Yadina stabilizes, and MIBR pick up a 5th round on the board. But what a play there from China. That's one for the scrapbook.
That was absolutely solely on the back of China. She won this round all by herself. It is insane. Like, great aiming here, and also like repositioning. And the last kill was amazing. She just like flicked on the head. It was perfect. And yeah, I mean, MIBR really needs every round they can get, but this was very important that they won this spy round, so they would not be forced into an equal again. And yeah, we have a 4v5 pretty early on in the round, but they have banana control already.
Yeah, but is banana control worth the early losses? Well, both teams have lost a player. So suppose it comes to a T in the end. Flash for FURIA into the apartments. As she goes for a little bit of a check and clear. Gabs, though, she's in a different part. She's in Boiler, spotted by Udina, but Udina allows her to get away. A huge lost opportunity there. Alters her way towards long. Not clearing out archers, though. That's a basic mistake there. The advantage for MIBR as their CT side already looks more prominent than their T. They've got to go round up on the board, and they look to do so again. 3 versus 4. A lack of util, a lack of players and health on Gabs. Can MIBR make it happen? Will FURIA upset again?
If they manage to isolate Udina and challenge her alone, they have a good chance. But they almost lined up. This was so risky. If Udina would just like moved a little bit, jiggled a little bit more to the right, she could have like get a double kill here. And now they're wrapping around A, got an entry already.
Oh no.
And yeah, I think they're gonna get this bomb planted pretty easily. And it's a 3v2 retake situation here for MIBR. Not the best though. China is like on half HP, and I actually don't know if I would go for that. They don't have a lot of money. Maybe it's better to just like call the save, and that's exactly what they're doing. It's 100% a smarter choice. Really tough to retake this, especially just having one smoke and one player on half HP. Well done here by FURIA. It was risky for a second, especially walking like right, behind each other. It gives like the enemy really a great chance to just like line up and get a double kill, but they survived, and then after that it was like flawless after plant situation. And now it's a 14-5, which really hurts. Gabs didn't make it though. I mean, we have since the update a really huge bomb radius, so you have to run very, very, very far if you're low HP. Yeah, 5-14, that's hard. I mean, they managed to save 2 rifles. They should still save around the rifles, and maybe just like get a MP or something, like not buy under 2k, so they still have money for the next round in case they lose this. And I'm not sure what they're doing yet, but no, actually we're having an M4 here.
Okay,
they're
that's
going
a full
for
buy.
rifles. Okay, they're going for the full buy, so they're like all in. They're not trying to play it safe. I mean, I kind of get it, right? They really do need some rounds. But if they lose that, then it's over, 100%. So
I can understand why they wouldn't want to play for overtime right now, though.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. I mean, they could have done some setups. Like we had, like, I think one player with 4k and one with 3.5. So they could have, like, maybe bought, like, 2 more MPs and then just, like, some utility and, I don't know, do, like, some setups around the rifles. But this works as well. So, but this puts a bit more pressure onto them because they invested a lot into this round, and they do need to win this, or they're gonna have just pistols the next one.
I mean, yeah, if they lose this, they lose the entire map, and this is their pick after all. And finding only 5 rounds on your own map pick, I know it's against FURIA, but that still is a little bit of a rocky start to the season. I mean, it's not happened just yet, but khizha's already down to 52. Not the most dazzling of starts for the MIBR side here. FURIA, they play this one slow. They spread out across the map. They keep one on Banana and bokor. The rest of the girls ebb their way towards the apartments. Bombs still towards spawn. And, I mean, they've got plenty of time left to play with. Good positioning. Molotov ensures there's nobody close halls. And the next stop is, I'm assuming, to secure brackets. The Molotov flies on over. Isolates another angle that they won't have to clear, and off the back of this, Reggiane falls away. Are they going to bait in another rotation? It looks like it, as China starts to edge her way over. khizha towards top Banana, swings the corner, but bokor spins her jaw. Gorgeous stuff, and that's already a 4v5 for MIBR.
That's very unfortunate. The peak was very bold, especially without a flash, but she just like kind of gambled. She wanted to get the information. I mean, they kind of like needed to know. They don't have that much util left, so they need to know where FURIA was heading to. She just like went for the risk, but she lost the duel, so now it gives FURIA a huge advantage.
And even more so with that kill. Gorgeous from khizha. FURIA will fall, and she's been one of the more prominent players for MIBR. The MP9 do good damage. but it's only a single kill for Yadina, leaving China in a 1v3. Realistically, no chance in this. She has to fall away and save again, and there is $0 on FURIA and less than 600 a pop across the rest of the board. They've got a better loss bonus behind them here for MIBR, but it's going to be MP9s across the board for the most part. Another rough loss to FURIA.
Absolutely, maybe MP9 or some Deagle with full utility. We will see what they will decide for. I could see a scout maybe, but yeah, this is like really, this hurts to lose. I mean, they, just as I said, like they fully invested into this round, and then they give up an entry like that, you know, like the dry peek on car without any flash. Yeah, especially being alone on banana like B, this is something you should maybe not really risk, especially if it's close like that. But maybe this is also just like a sign of like being a bit, yeah, out of ideas, a bit like desperate to just like get any round, any advantage. And yeah, now they're with a back against the wall. I don't really know what they can do right now. They don't have a lot of money. They will go for some pistols here. I hope they will invest into utility. This will give them some chance to just push them back, buy time, get information. And
I reckon they can pray. That's their best bet at the moment. Pray that something comes down and performs a miracle for them. And another thing I want to point out is that is the first timeout that MIBR has used, despite so many discrepancies, so many grievances in the first half. Now is the first time they call one, which is a massive mistake on their part, especially as a newer team, a newer core. You need to spend that time to work out your mistakes, work out where you're going wrong, and maybe adjust positions because you are that new lineup. But they didn't do that, and FURIA has been allowed to run all over them.
Absolutely. I'm also wondering why they haven't taken any timeout on their T side. You know, maybe thinking of like some setup or something. But at least better late than never, right? And we're having here already some early aggression by FURIA. They can easily walk into banana. Already spotted here a player close, and it's gonna be hard. I mean, they're trying to push them back, but look how much utility they use for that already. They only have one Molotov left, and they're going for the peak again. Also not perfectly timed with the flash. No one was flashed. Either the flash was not deep enough, or she peeked. I think she peeked a bit too late. So this is very unfortunate, and I don't see a chance here, honestly. I don't see any chance, especially considering what they have. I mean, 3 Deagles, one M4, tough.
I'd give it a not so good out of 10 here on the MIBR side as they stack up for another bracket spot. They do have bits of util, but Gabs, my goodness, she strikes hard and fast. FURIA falls Yadina. It's a nice one thing, and that is the bomb, but GaBi is also there in the back lines. There's a 2 versus 4. It's a fight for survival, and MIBR, well, they left their boxing gloves at home. They're coming into this fight at a heavy disadvantage. FURIA, they're so surprised that they got the bomb site that they haven't even planted yet. 30 seconds to go. They got tons of time. GaBi's in boiler. Will they even clear her? They do, but for some reason they clear her with the pistol and not the rifle, and she gets 2 kills for free. 16-5 as FURIA steal away MIBR's map pick, and that is a dominant starting performance, even with a stand-in.
Absolutely insane performance by them. I honestly did not expect that. I thought it would be way like closer, you know, not knowing how FURIA will perform against without Olga, but they're doing great.
Yeah, certainly so. And on that note, we're going to give everybody a moment to cool off as we throw to a very short break.